Okay, I have no idea why it cut out, but in order to have the best experience and a positive outcome, take some time now to meditate on your actions, intentions, visions, and goals. Call in your angels and invite them to guide you to make decisions that will be supportive of your expansion and highest good. When we try to rush ahead or force something to happen, we can often miss signals, signs, and messages that are encouraging us to change course. If you have a big decision to make now or are in the midst of moving a project forward, your angels are encouraging you to take a step back and breathe. What is for you won't go by you. And this is so, so important. And that is also regarding friendships, relationships in our lives. What is for you will not go by you. Very important. The Mother, Father, God tells us that you're connected to the power of creation at this time. Okay? And your spiritual parent is enveloping you in the incredible love and filling you with divine energy and inspiration to help you move forward. This card is a message directly from the heart of God. It is telling you that you're significant and precious. You're loved beyond measure, and the Creator power is proud of you. You're being encouraged to have faith and know that anything is possible for you. No matter what you may be going through, you're always connected to the source of creation. Your angel guide is encouraging you to remember this now. This card is one of healing and wholeness. Whatever stories you may have heard about God being judgmental must be washed away. Divine energy could never hold a grudge against you, for you are an extension of its love. The power and presence of the Creator are not only with you, but within you. If you have ever felt that you aren't good enough, or that you're being judged, or that you haven't been the best you can be, know that you are forgiven. Angels are with you today to help create a healing wave between you and your divine parent. This card also brings the possibility of parental healing. If you would like to clear up difficult energies between you and your parents or ancestry, know that angels are ready to help. They are guiding you to see the world through the eyes of Mother, Father, God, and to remember that love can heal everything. But most importantly, it has to heal you first. Okay? And this is, I guess, where the self-acceptance comes in, and where this is like really important. Let's see, self-acceptance. It's hiding behind signs and reminders, and it seems like you might have already gotten the signs and reminders for it. You're making incredible efforts to heal and release habits and thoughts that once held you back. Maybe also certain people around you made you feel kind of limited, and also maybe pushed you back into a box where you used to be, or they tried to hold you in a timeline that you've already outgrown, or where you're already on the verge of stepping completely out of. And of course, some people who know that they cannot follow you on that timeline yet or at all, they would like to keep you on that timeline. But that's not your timeline. The urge that you're feeling, that is your guidance. It's your blueprint where to go. Take a moment to look at yourself through the loving eyes of Mother, Father, God, no way. And appreciate how far you've come, all the adversity you faced, and the person you are today. You have done extensive healing, like honestly, collective. You have, and you can be so proud of yourself. Do not let anyone tell you how much healing you've done, because those people didn't walk in your shoes. Those people, even if they've been by your side, they still don't know what you have done, what healing already took place. No one is allowed to judge where you are at in your healing journey. You will know this. It's between you and Source where you're at. And there is no competition as to who is more healed. And anyone who does that to you is someone who is deeply wounded and deeply far behind on their healing journey. Even though that is very judgmental for me to say, but yeah. Because it's just low vibrational. We shouldn't judge someone's healing. And it doesn't matter if someone is ahead or behind. What's important is that we're healing. And it's also about being compassionate with ourselves, but it's also about compassion towards others on their healing journey. There is no judgment needed here. So, angels are wrapping their wings around you and encouraging you to see what they see. And they see you as perfect just the way you are. And you are, collective. You are perfect just the way you are. With all your pros, your cons, right? With all your strength, with all your flaws. You're exactly the way you're supposed to be. If your confidence has dropped recently, or you've not been as positive as you'd like to have been, change that now by giving yourself credit where it is due. Maybe you've discovered that negative talk and thoughts aren't working for you. This is a time to try loving yourself instead. To get started, try speaking to yourself more respectfully and giving yourself some leeway and some time to change. Very important. Be compassionate in the words that you're using to yourself. And I also have to be mindful of that, for my own. I also am probably my harshest critic. When this card appears, know that your self-esteem and confidence have taken some knocks over the years, and you have had thoughts that are no longer serving you. But your angels want nothing more than for you to be happy and at peace, and they are drawing close now to help restore your confidence in yourself. You have the ability to live a life that you love, but to experience that fully, you have to recognize that you are worthy of it. So take some time today to realize that heaven loves you unconditionally, and then take small steps to loving yourself the same way. All right? Whew, okay. This is already deep, deep, deep. Originally, I wanted to use the Tattoo Tarot, but for some reason, I'm being guided to use the Light and Shadow Lenormand. Let's see. What do they want to tell you? Wow. 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 Oh, gosh. Beautiful. It's the feminine energy. It's the cross and it's the sun. And it basically tells you that you are overcoming your biggest life lessons. You're overcoming the burdens, whatever is holding you down, whatever is creating like a heartache or something that weighs you down. You will overcome this, okay? But it's also a caution to not burn yourself out. And you will start to see things clearly, okay? And whatever might have burned you, it will turn out for the positive. Because you're receiving this. But for this, you also have to take action. So this is why I was also being guided to talk about the Emperor energy, the action-oriented energy, because you're also meant to do and take action. Yeah, and it's all happening in divine timing with the clover. Is there anything else regarding freedom that wants to come out? Yeah. Wow. Your own happiness is also tied to your self-love. Okay? It's about the warmth that you're showing yourself as well. And the support. And to also not be, kind of, how do I want to say this? Maybe it's also about letting go of people who might not have the energy to give to your relationship at this time, whatever it might be, and not to cling on to it. How about friendship? What's the message about friendship here? Is there one in particular? Wow, factory. It's about investing. Something that is going to expand and something that can develop. Everything is secure. But it's also a warning to not invest too much and not to overgive. especially if it's taking too much from your time that you... Hi sacred souls, welcome to my channel Sacred Intuition 111, and welcome to this beautiful angel message that we're gonna get today. And let's see, well, what your angels want to tell you, what the focus needs to be on, and we are gonna get an angel number first. Let's see, what's the angel number that is accompanying us on the 11th of October. Oh, wow. Quadruple 2, 2222, and, oh, wow, 2020. By the way, what I'm hearing is that maybe 2020 was very significant as well as 22. Oh, wow, feminine forces and compassion. And what I instantly get from your angel guides, as well as mine, is that with the feminine energy, it's always being connected to have compassion, right? That to be very caring, to be very nurturing. But oftentimes, because that seems to be such a prerequisite, that sometimes feminines and those who are operating out of the feminine energy kind of self-abandon themselves, because oftentimes we would feel like we're not compassionate enough if we're setting boundaries. But if people are infringing on our energies time and time again, then this is actually kind of preventing ourselves to be in a balanced feminine energy. Because feminine energy also can only be retained and maintained if we're giving from a full cup. And oftentimes it is always being viewed that it's the duty of the feminine energy to overgive. But that is not true feminine power. Because true feminine power and the compassion is from an overrunning cup. Because otherwise, you keep on giving from your own cup without getting anything back. And it's not about like getting everything back one-to-one, but it's about healthy give and take. Because otherwise, people tend to gaslight feminine energies, or people who are operating from feminine energy and who are very compassionate and very giving, whether that is in time, whether that is in energy, whether that is, even though time for me is energy personally, whether this is love, attention, care, right? Whatever it might be. It could also be money. And then people tend to gaslight those same individuals who have always been caring, looking out. And once they are dialing back, because they're noticing it is knocking them off balance, because if the cup is not being refilled, because there's nothing coming in and there's not enough time to replenish, then those people turn around often and point the finger and be like, oh, you're not compassionate. You are such a cool person. Blah, 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 blah. But never forget, they're coming from a wounded and from a lack mentality. And it's not you who is doing anything wrong by pulling back. Okay? Ha! No way. Underneath the deck, 333, support. Growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, talents. Maybe before you actually believed that you were meant to teach people and to guide them in their growth. And that could have also been true that this used to be the part that you had to fulfill. But now, it is also about being supportive to oneself, to focus on your own growth and creativity, to focus on your vision, okay? Look, it's time to focus inward. Work on your skills, discover your talents, and use your imagination. Unleash your inner artist. Doing so will boost your self-esteem and sense of competence. It does wonders for your sense of purpose and contributes to your community. This is so wild that this was underneath the deck, because it is so aligned with what I just channeled. Because you can only give back to the community and only have like this level of compassion if you are also engaging in self-care. Let's see. Feminine forces. Relationships, balance, no way. I didn't read this before. Prosperity, efficiency, patience, humility. You can do everything by yourself, but life is to be shared. Partner up with the right spirit and you'll become a force. Honor commitments and people around. Don't judge, listen. And what I'm also hearing right now, listen, but you do not need to take it on. Only because you are showing compassion and you're listening and you're supporting doesn't mean that it is for you to carry. Okay? Watch out for your balance. Compassion, mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, renewal. And now I feel guided that I will have to grab a certain deck. I'm gonna get a soul lesson card. It is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts because they will benefit the world and your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. There's a lot about service here, right? Of being of service to others. Okay, let me grab that deck. Alrighty, got it. That card, look, failure. Yeah, maybe you felt like you were failing others because you felt the need to pull back your energy. That you might have made a mistake, but I don't think that you made a mistake here. What's the lesson that your angels want you to focus on regarding the feminine forces and compassion, freedom and friendship and success? There's a card in here that says service. And that's what I was like thinking of. And look, this is the throat chakra and the crown chakra. Or is it the third eye? No, it's a crown. Freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Okay? For some strange reason, I actually do believe success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And I'm hearing, but also to love oneself. Let me read from the guidebook real quick, because, and it's 2 F cards. Now I'm hearing, I couldn't give 2 Fs about it. Okay, that's wild. Yeah, your angels are telling you that your soul is now open to receive new wisdom and insights that will allow it to make the right choices for its own growth. Look, before you felt more the need to guide people on their growth path, but you're now being reminded that it's now time to focus on your own growth. Remember, you're never a victim of other people or their circumstances. No way. What did I tell you? That you're not supposed to take on their baggage. You can be supportive of someone without drowning in their mess, okay? You have complete control over your own choices. By following your heart and being authentic to yourself, you present the real you to the world. Making decisions based on other people's expectations, no way, is not the true path to happiness. You're responsible for creating your own reality. When a soul shifts to a place of honoring itself in its totality, free from judgment, Only then will it find its true freedom. 2020, double judgment energy. And 22 basically is double the Fool card. Because, I mean, there is no 22 in the Major Arcana, because after 21, it starts with 0 with a Fool again. So therefore, if we would continue on, 22 would be. And it's quadruple High Priestess energy and double the Emperor energy, which is about action, but also intuition. Only then will it find its true freedom. Every soul is unique and follows its own path. Don't give in to peer pressure or the urge to fit in. You're the only one who truly knows the real you. So feel free to march to the beat of your own drummer. Yeah. Your angels are telling you that before you put too much emphasis on helping others and getting also the validation by hearing that, oh, thank you so much for helping me, for instance, right? That it kind of tainted your own freedom. It restricted your own freedom. And your angels are now reminding you of your own feminine force, of your own compassion to oneself as well. It's about your own potential and having the balance and also reestablishing the balance within yourself. And also having a look, okay, which relationships are giving me the balance to be my most authentic self? Which friendships, which relationships actually allow me to be the person who I'm meant to be, and who allow me to walk on my path without holding me back, without deterring me into a direction where I'm not meant to go. Okay? Every soul is unique and follows its own path. Don't give in to peer pressure. For some reason, I had to read this one particular sentence once more. So, friendship. All humans are created from the same source, but there are some souls that share a unique kinship. Friendship can be the most exciting and beautiful experience on earth, but it can also be frustrating and heartbreaking. Understand that everyone in your path is here to teach you something, as well as you're also teaching them something. It may be for a year or a lifetime. Together you will teach each other various lessons of the heart, such as trust, love, loyalty, and admiration. The bonds of friendship are often stronger than those of family. You have formed a bridge of understanding between the two of you that has stood the test of time and at end of lifetimes. A true friend will illuminate your path instead of dim it. No way. This is literally what I just talked about. It's about having this balance in the relationships. Which relationships are going to continue to go with you on this path? And which might have to now go a different path. And yes, I know sometimes this can be very tough, because sometimes those are people with who you didn't have a falling out. And yet, those people are not meant to come along any further. Maybe down the road, they're joining you again. But everyone has to learn different lessons in life. And otherwise, sometimes it can also turn out to be pretty toxic. If we try to hold on to a friendship that is maybe also draining you, or who simply just cannot give to you the way that you are giving to that friendship, right? Or relationship. He or she will give advice with your best interests at heart. To be able to communicate at a soul level with another human being, it is the biggest treasure of the physical dimension. Wow. I knew there was a reason why this channeling came through that I was talking about at the very beginning. Of people then also trying to gaslight you, making you feel bad, but before you had more time for me, or I don't know, what's going on? Like, Well, you're not giving to me, even though they might rephrase it, but it's basically what they're saying. What's the angel message? Whoa, there too. Interesting. Take a step back. And Mother, Father, God. Self-acceptance. Ease and grace underneath the deck. Okay. What is the energy that I'm getting here before I'm reading from the guidebook? You're realigning with your own soul purpose, with your own soul path. And it's time to take a step back from certain people and also maybe certain beliefs that you had. It's about also reconnecting with like your higher dimension. And it's about fully embracing yourself. Maybe ask yourself, where might you have self-abandoned yourself by being overly self-critical? Okay. And it might have something to do with your manifestation, because I just opened up the booklet to manifestation. No way. And before, take a step back, a surrender. Let's see. Take a step back. Your angels are guiding you to take a step back and reflect before proceeding further. There's an excitable and action-oriented energy around you at this time, but you're being encouraged to review the situation before making any moves. Remember that you're a sensitive being, and should the correct steps and intentions not be lined up, you could open yourself up to harsh energies or a situation that could be limiting you to your growth. No way. It is literally about taking a step back and reevaluating what is creating balance in your life and what is keeping you off balance. Because whatever is keeping you off balance is keeping you also from like really following your own divine path. In order to have the best experience and a positive outcome, take some time now to meditate on your actions, intentions, visions, and... Okay. With take a step back, it's about cutting out what is no longer serving you, okay? It's that easy. And whatever from the past that is holding you back in your own growth, cut it out, okay? Mother, Father, God, and then we're gonna end it soon. It's the house. It's also the house, your own vessel. It's what you feed your mind. It's what you feed your soul. It's what you believe. It's what your stability holds. And self-acceptance? No way. The past is done, okay? Oof. And you hold the key to also end out this self-trickery that you invested in. Because the fox does not always have to be about lies that are being told by others, but it could be also the lies that you told yourself. And now you are actually, you're becoming, with your self-acceptance, you are opening the doors that you might have not believed that they are for you, but they are. And that is literally the message from your angels today. And I'm sending you all the very best. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.